Welcome to our first lecture in class. We're going to talk about Chapter 1, Once Upon a Brand Story. We'll identify what a fad, what fashion, what classic fashion, and what style all means in relation to this class. We're going to discuss and clearly define what fashion branding actually is, and go over just a little bit of creative examples to help take these textbook constructs into the real world. Fashion is a way to express an identity for some of us. It is a way to reach out and grab interest. We as individuals use fashion and styling, and brands use fashion and styling as a way to really get us going, to get our attention, especially in this loud world where everyone is trying to grab our attention. Dr. Hancock in the textbook writes about Coach and his experience with Coach and how they've used different collaborations with celebrities, both nostalgically and modernly, as a way to keep the story of the brand by using well-established celebrities and up-and-coming influencers. They're able to speak to a wide range throughout the American luxury market. As a consumer, we understand that brands communicate, and that communication is what in turn affects us into making the consumption choice to buy. All aspects of a brand's context work together to generate a consumer's desire to purchase the goods and services of that retailer, of that designer, or of the brand. And it's all about communication. So before we can move into how we communicate these different stories, first we need to make sure we understand that fashion and fads are not the same. A fad is an item that becomes popular for a moment in time and then vanishes quickly, never to be seen again. The example that's super relevant for fad is the Nike yellow Live Strong armbands that were all the rage when we were younger. Classics are like a t-shirt. A t-shirt could be a polo, it could be screen printed with like BTS on it. A shirt is a shirt, and it's classic because it's a distinctive garment that never goes out of style. Fashion is the prevailing style, okay? This prevailing style is based on the times. There for a while, the skinny jean was in fashion, and that was the worst. I am here for mom jeans. So, branded content, branded messaging is how an item becomes fashionable because it gets adopted by the masses. Style, though, is kind of this culmination of all of it. This is where we wear clothing to create a distinct look. We style for ourselves, we style uniquely. In this class, fashion branding is the cumulative image of a product or service that consumers quickly associate with a particular brand. It offers an overall experience that's unique, different, and identifiable. Branding is also a competitive strategy that targets customers with products, advertising, and promotion around a coherent message as a way to encourage the purchase and the repurchase of products. When it comes to fashion brands, they have to have a solid identity to consume. They have to have a solid identity to get out for the customer to grab a hold on. Fashion brands need this solid identity to be understood by a consumer because fashion branding shapes and contextualizes the garments and the accessories to fit within that brand image. So whereas like couture garments are known and sought after for the craftsmanship and the design. When it comes to mass-produced products, this depends more on branding to make them appealing among all of the competition. Branding is not just about the product, it's also about creating a clear vision and a strategy for the company. Branding gives everyone involved a clear direction and focus. So when a brand has a clear voice, a clear focus, something to aim for, that's when they can start storytelling. So when it comes to fashion branding and storytelling, a brand reaches full consumption potential when it makes an emotional connection with consumers, when its consumers and the employees can understand its values and messages. Storytelling is the vehicle that communicates these values in a process that is easy for consumers to understand. Storytelling speaks to the emotions of the target market. And when the target market has their emotions spoken to, they become loyal to the brand or the company. So it should be noted that strong advertising campaigns do use the same kind of technique of playing on emotions of the target demographic to get them to do something. So this does have a lot of echoing with advertising. So from this point on in the class, I hope that what you can do is you can go out into the world and start to experience fashion branding. This can be done firsthand by going into stores. It can be done by being mindful when you're scrolling on TikTok or Reels. You need to gain your own opinion to see who's doing it right and maybe who's not doing it at all. It's essential to think analytically and learn to read and critique the facts. You need to understand each brand's advertisement and what they're trying to tell you, because what the brand is trying to tell you in their advertisement should give you a clear sight into the brand's intentions. So I hope that as we start moving forward in this class, you all can put on your branding glasses and kind of see how some of your favorite brands are speaking to you. And how is it that they're able to do that?